Good morning and welcome to another episode of Josh and Pat. I'm Joshua Klein, joined by Patrick Cassett, and the NFL Honors had their award ceremony last night. And to nobody's surprise, Joe Flacco wins Comeback Player of the Year. Now, this is actually coming off of a vote where he did not receive a single first place vote for Comeback Player of the Year. But turns out the majority said he's at least deserving second most, third most.
Correct.
So, and turns out that did the job yesterday. Joe Flacco wins Comeback Player of the Year. Patrick, did you see this coming? What do you think this means for the city of Cleveland? And is he coming back again?
Well, and this is tough. And I've seen on Twitter, shout out to the account that I saw, but Damar Hamlin got electoral college, right? So he didn't get as many first place votes, but in all, people rallied for Joe Flacco. And so What does this mean to the city of Cleveland? It's a real situation where we have to pay a guy named Deshaun Watson a lot of money, but we have this young, hotshot, great veteran president. You get everything in one.
Right.
And we might not be able to bring him back. And that's a sad day for the city of Cleveland. But hey, you won 2 awards last night, so congrats to them, because I'm sure that's what they were looking
sweet.
for.
Right. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. Kevin Stefanski, Coach of the Year. And Patrick, did I say he received no first place votes for Joe? Did I say that? Or I just want to make sure I cleared that up, because he did get some first place. He just didn't get as many.
He did. He just didn't get as many. And, that's right. It happens.
Right. Yeah, it was a big night for the Browns. I'd say the biggest night this late into the season that they've ever had.
Biggest night in February they've ever had.
Right. And I think that's a big
say
deal.
That. Yeah.
100% it was. And that's probably doesn't mask over the feelings that they have, because there was they really thought they had a chance for a while there. And they couldn't get it done against the Texans.
Right. But Josh, I think
some people are picking them to be the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but it's just a great comeback story for Joe Flacco. He looked great last night in that suit. Fantastic.
Right.
I mean, I can't wait to see him be a starting quarterback in the league next year, because everybody knows what he has and what he's capable of now. But Josh, the other guy that didn't win, we have to look at Damar Hamlin. And if the votes weren't tallied before the playoffs started, many would be wondering if the fake punt, him not converting, didn't put him over the edge.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of stuff could have happened that could affect the vote. They closed it off, though, so we don't have any speculation.
No speculation.
And I don't think there's a way that you could break in and change your vote. It's probably like more of a digital system these days. I don't really know 100% how it works.
Could be an email.
Yeah, he doesn't win. And I think it sucks, because I think people think that the right decision was made. Now, Patrick, I will say there was an army last night that wasn't rallying for Damar Hamlin. There was an army of people rallying for Baker Mayfield. They said this guy was got benched in Carolina, shipped off to LA, had his game, but then didn't really do anything the rest of the season. He's literally was competing for the starting job with Kyle Trask in Tampa Bay. They didn't even know if he was starting material. He wins that job, takes his team to the playoffs. So, Baker Mayfield, did he deserve Comeback Player of the Year? He definitely deserved to be in the conversation. But I think we have to think about, in the terms of coming back, what is more impressive? Coming back from dying? Coming back from being on your mom's couch and having to take the Browns, because, it's not just where you came back from, it's what you did. Or coming back from having to play for the Panthers.
3.
And I think mom's couch to leading your team to the playoffs as the Browns, that's to me a little bit more impressive.
It's just above. And remember that Baker Mayfield had his chance to potentially go head-to-head in the AFC North with
Right.
Joe Flacco. But Baker Mayfield last offseason was approached by the Baltimore Ravens. But Baker, he said, look, I want a solidified chance to be a starting quarterback. He bet on himself. If there was,
Right.
I'll tell you what, Josh, he won NFC Comeback Player of the Year in my eyes. I'm willing to give that to him right now.
Right. And congrats on that, Baker. And we're going to believe that you're going to continue to do great things over there in Tampa Bay as the years go forward. Moving on to an award, Patrick, that really it was controversial this whole year. And despite the votes pretty much saying, hey, we all think that every person that thinks that you should win this award or can win this award and is in a position to make the award happen, they all said, yeah, it turns out Lamar, he's the MVP.
Right.
Except for maybe one guy who said Josh Allen was the MVP, but that guy also thought Dak Prescott deserved to be MVP over Lamar. And so we're not discrediting his opinion, but we're just taking it with a grain of salt.
Josh, if
Lamar
you
wins
think,
MVP.
Josh, if you think Dak Prescott had a better season than Lamar Jackson, I can't help you. You're living in fantasy land. Like, and don't give me the, oh, well, look at the stats and look what he did here. Look what he did here. We're talking regular season.
Right.
There was no one that actually performed better than Lamar Jackson. And you can talk me into the Josh Allen conversation. I'm willing to be there. But the Dak Prescott, it's pretty evident. Take away the playoff game and just talk about the regular season. It's pretty evident the eye test didn't pass and the stats were only good against bad teams. And so that's a tough situation for me. So I'm looking at that MVP voter and I'm saying maybe you have some things you need to figure out.
Right. And you have to look at like the games where they both played the 49ers. One team got smacked by the 49ers. And Lamar, you say what you want about the Ravens defense carrying, Lamar legitimately outplayed their offensive superstars that night.
Well, he did.
Right.
And he cost his team a safety. He overcame that.
100%. And so I think it's the conversation though for the last, since that, announcement was made has been Christian McCaffrey should have been MVP. Tyreek Hill should have won Offensive Player of the Year. That's what everyone's trying to tell me. They're trying to convince me of that. And I just can't buy into it. I don't think Christian McCaffrey was the MVP. I think that in Christian McCaffrey's position, like he is less of a determining factor of his success. And I mean this like this, okay? Christian McCaffrey is extremely dependent upon his O-line to succeed. Lamar, even in days we had shaky O-line, he made the moves.
That's a bit unfair. If you're going to take that opinion, I would say this. If Lamar doesn't play, the Ravens really have no chance of winning. If Christian McCaffrey doesn't play, the 49ers still can probably piece together a chance to win. That being said, I don't know if that's true. The Ravens have proved they have a solidified backup quarterback. They have a Pro Bowler this year. They had Tyler Huntley. And so how can you forget about that? And not only did they do that, they brought in proven preseason star Malik Cunningham. And they had the veteran Josh Johnson. I mean, if that's a QB room, if I've ever seen one.
Right. So maybe you're saying you're right. Maybe Christian McCaffrey should have got the MVP. We don't.
Right.
We don't really know.
Right.
And Brock Purdy too probably did a joint MVP situation there, give them both an award. And by the way, if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl, everyone's going to say he should get the MVP. Which I don't know if they know this or not, but two different things.
Well, the Super Bowl MVP. I can't tell you who's going to win the Super Bowl MVP because the game hasn't played.
No,
yet.
I'm saying if he's Super Bowl, I didn't say Super Bowl MVP. I said
but that's what people would allude to that because you're talking MVP's already been decided, and then you're talking if he wins the Super Bowl, he win MVP. I know that, but people are going to put together Super Bowl MVP if he wins the Super Bowl.
Right. Okay, I'm confused, but yes. So Christian McCaffrey doesn't win, and the people are upset about it. And what are you gonna do? Brock Purdy doesn't win. They're upset about it. What are you gonna do? Maybe you get in a position that you can vote, and maybe you can be the change you want to see. But until then, you're just gonna have to deal with the results.
It's true.
That's how it happens. Okay, Patrick, moving on. That pretty much covers the awards, except we did have Tommy DeVito won Celebration of the Year. Good for him, getting an award, representing New York. It's been a while since they've won something, but they continue to do good things. But the Super Bowl is coming up. It's this Sunday. It's the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers, Santa Clara 49ers, one of the two. And I'll be honest with you, Patrick, I've never been more checked out of a game. I don't even want the game to be played. If there's a prop on a sports book somewhere that says like aliens come abduct everybody and game does not finish, and it's like really good odds,
I don't think it would pay out though. I think that's your issue. If the aliens come, I don't think the first priority is, hey, we're going to pay out Josh Klein's bet.
Unless
that
the aliens
like
are the ones running Vegas.
Bingo.
But then why would they come? You're right. You're right. Yeah. So we don't really know.
So it wouldn't be an invasion if they were running Vegas. They're already there.
Oh, so they're going to try to sneak that there. Like, oh, technically.
Yeah.
Right. Either way, I don't want this game to finish. I want it to be a tie. I want it to play continuous overtimes until both teams just decide to forfeit. Yeah, that's my stance.
I see that pretty unlikely. I'm going to be betting the 49ers, Josh.
Okay.
And that's where my allegiance lies.
My thing with that is, though, and I've been looking at both sides of the coin, Patrick. So on one side,
you have heads.
You have Chad Ochocinco saying, if the Kansas City Chiefs don't win, I'm going to divorce my wife, give up McDonald's, shave my head, do whatever. I don't know. He had a list. There was a list of things.
And he's not going to have sex with his wife either.
Right. And he probably likes that. So that's a big deal. He's saying that he's that confident in the Chiefs to win. But on the flip side of it, you have the guy who there's a dude who for 15 years in a row has incorrectly picked the Super Bowl winner. And this is not like saying at the beginning of the season pick. This is like, the teams in the Super Bowl, pick one to win. And which means that there was a time there where he bet for Tom Brady and he bet against Tom Brady, and both times didn't work out, which is wild to me. And so he's saying, "Hey, I'm not overthinking this. Go Chiefs, because I'm not gonna. I bet against Patrick Mahomes before. Look where it's gotten me. So now I don't know. Like, he's due for a win, but Chad Ochocinco is making it so." Is doing everything in his power to make the 49ers win. I just don't know what happens.
Yeah, I think that better. I think he's got one more in him. To prove that the Niners would win. Look, Josh, I think this is a game where I don't even want to, Josh, real talk, I don't even want to give analysis on this game. It's unfortunate that the Chiefs are in it.
Right.
It's unfortunate that it's not really unfortunate that the Niners are in it. It's just unfortunate that the Chiefs are in it. That's where I am with my brain. And so I do have bias, and I do have subjectivity that I don't want the Chiefs to even sniff a Lombardi. I don't even want them to get close. So I am doing the one thing you're not supposed to do, Josh. I am making an emotional bet, and my emotion is telling me to pick the Niners. And I'm going to keep talking myself into it, and I'm going to talk myself into it more, and the Niners are going to go in, because if this isn't their year, then when is? And Brock Purdy's better than Jimmy Garoppolo, and Jimmy Garoppolo almost beat the Chiefs. So I think we can do this.
Right. Now, my issue is, though, too, I don't know. There's not that many Kansas City Chiefs fans around my area. 49ers fans are everywhere.
They are.
And so it's going to be tough, but the Chiefs fans dominate social media.
At least our clip. Yeah, our show they did.
Oh, dude, people were so mad. We came out and we're like, Travis Kelce should really be at the Grammy supporting Taylor.
Well,
And
no, not even that. That's Swifties mad at us. It's the Ravens React video. Chiefs fans are just.
oh yeah, they were not happy. No, but most Chiefs people, they like seeing us suffer, and they also hate us. And
Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know that maybe you're taking everything a little bit too seriously.
I don't know,
Chiefs fans.
There's a really good chance if the Ravens beat them and the Chiefs next year, like if the Ravens beat the Chiefs in the playoffs next year, like there's a really good chance. Like
You're in the comment section of random videos.
I go back. Well, no, I go back a year later on that video, and I replied.
That was true. We'd have to wait for that.
Yeah.
We had to like.
Well,
I've
that's
been saving those responses.
Right, and that's like when you meet a girl, it's like I'm not playing the short game, I'm playing the long game, right? And sometimes people are like, well, what's the long game? And you know that one day it's going to succeed. Maybe it's not going to be with that same girl, but you're going to have the opportunity. So maybe it's not the Chiefs, maybe it's the Bills, but we don't know. We'll find out.
Right. So we'll figure that out for sure. I don't know though. Like I see both teams, and by the way, like I think the Super Bowl media week is the dumbest thing of all time. Like, I know they're trying to make it fun, but like the wrong people are asking the questions. You know what I'm saying? The wrong people are try to ask the fun questions. Like what was one the other day? It was something like, they're asking Brock Purdy, like, are you prepared to make Taylor Swift upset or something? Like, who's asking that question?
Did you see they asked Brock Purdy if they basically were like, dude, like, you look like Lee Harvey Oswald. And it's like, how do you respond to that, man? Like, what is he supposed to say to that? Yeah. Like was Brock Purdy supposed to be like, is he supposed to be like, thank you for telling me I look like a person that's a murderer?
Well, I saw one guy say that, it's unfair to accuse Brock Purdy of someone who looks like a guy who was made famous because of his weapons.
That is a bit unfair, isn't it?
Right. What I think is funny is that Anna Fry.
I am aware of her.
So Anna Fry, look-alike to Brock Purdy, which she just came out in this random video. It was this person who's filming her, like, what's your favorite animal? And she was like, a goat. And she's like, they're like, what does a goat sound like? And she's like, and then that somehow made its way into every single Brock Purdy edit ever.
Wait. Breaking news. We got people pulling the fire alarm on the Niners. I mean, Chiefs are pulling out all the stops, Josh.
So, like, where?
They're at the team hotel.
Unbelievable. Those guys suck.
They stink.
I can't believe it. On the Niners, Chiefs fans are just, and you know what? It's just the Niners have had a tough time because not only do the Chiefs get to practice in the Raiders indoor practice facility, while the Niners they said they are on a field that is like moss, that it's just squishy, wet, not good at all. They just put the sod down kind of field.
Yeah, and it's really
and
it makes you think about last year, Josh. Only the Eagles were slipping on the Super Bowl turf, and then this year we get grass again, and it's in the Chiefs' favor. So what's going on here? Some of us have to ask questions, and that's what we do.
It's the fix has been in this whole time, and we've been too blind to see it. I bet you was not even a Chiefs fan. I'll bet you was an NFL person, an NFL representative, an intern, forced to go down, pull that thing.
Yeah, that damn intern. He's probably sitting there like, man, like, what did I sign up for? Like, I thought I signed up for like a really cool job with the NFL, and now my job is to pull the fire alarm. It's unfortunate,
right? And he's got to get out there quickly because they can't have him be seen there. The fix is in, Anna Fry, though, is going to the Super Bowl, by the way.
And that's
NIL deal.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that's great for her. Really using that name, image, likeness to make a name for herself, I guess. But the thing about Anna Fry is she like John Harbaugh's daughter too? Because people say Brock Purdy and John Harbaugh look alike, so it must be a family thing.
Very similar. Yeah, it could be.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. All I know is apparently she's like a nationally ranked tennis player and going into college.
Wait, she's going into college?
She's in high school right now.
She's not like 12?
I'm gonna do some research
Yeah,
right here.
no.
To my knowledge.
Like
I mean, maybe that she's like top 5 ranked in the class of like 2026.
right, like
I don't know.
in my head, I'm like, she's 14. Like that's what I said in my head.
Oh. Okay, so I got a scoop. Anna Fry, sophomore. No, she class junior. She's junior.
She's junior.
No wait.
This
is just not the same person.
Yeah, that's not great information we're getting here.
Okay. Anna Fry. Okay. 16.
She's 16. Okay. I can believe that.
Right. And according to this article, they are not related.
You think we can reach out to Anna Fry? Maybe get her on the show?
Yeah, I think we probably could. I'm not reaching out to that 6-year-old girl, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the optics of that. The optics of that.
I will actually not be doing that. But we could get somebody.
How about this?
Anna
You
Fry
get
maybe have her dad.
we'll reach out to her dad, or how about this? We get your little sister to reach out to Anna Fry.
That seems a little sketchier. Get the sister to. That seems like. It seems like we're. Oh, jeez.
Well,
It died again. So, but it's okay. Nobody's listening to this point, and we're using the camera audio when it cuts anyway. So we're not. Okay, now this thing has to be glitching because watch this.
Now I got audio again, and it says it has 2 bars of battery.
Well, clearly.
So you tell me what's happening.
Well, I tell you, there's clearly an issue with the battery.
That's not good. I don't like that. Anyway, Josh and Pat updates. I don't have any updates other than I got nothing. It's like it's the heart of winter. We're working through it, guys. We're gonna get through it. Patrick, big updates from you.
No, I don't have anything big. It's
Coming home to Delaware.
yeah, next week that'll be fun. But other than that,
It's good. It's gonna be good.
It's
A lot of fun things planned. All-time episode. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing. Listen, this is a lot. This is crazy. It's like this is the last 2 episodes where we could actually talk about a football, like in the present tense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the only last time we could talk about football in the present tense. Obviously, Super Bowl recap. You have a lot to talk about. But it sucks because I feel like I'm taking this time for granted, and I am. Because I am so emotionally uninvested in the 2 teams playing.
Right.
And that's my issue with sports right now.
Sports are a tough watch.
Coming up.
Yep, it's coming up. Qualifying on what
Anyway, guys.
Wednesday? Boom.
Yeah. Read everything at Josh and Pat. No, at pigsandpancakes.com.
Wow,
And
this
we'll
is
see
an
you guys
all-time
on Monday for another episode of Josh and Pat. A peace.